It's book club time, and I'm joined in studio by some bookworms. Kgomotso Seabe, who will be chatting about her read, Shoe Dog by Phil Knight, a memoir by the creator of the brand Nike, a very well-known brand. Also joining me is Miss Ekurhuleni 2017, Zinhle Radebe, who will be talking about her latest read, Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. A very happy Sunday morning to you, ladies. You're looking so lovely. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Kgomotso, let me start with you. You're actually a brand manager, so yes. This makes sense that, you know, this book would resonate with you. Tell us about the read.
So this is a really great, inspiring read. Phil Knight, who is the pioneer, the creator of Nike, started it from what he calls a crazy idea that no one really believed in, and that was basically getting a Japanese athlete's shoe into America. And I think that's where his journey started in terms of creating something that no one had done before, people that thought that was maybe outrageous to do in America, and he did it, and he just did it with his heart, with his soul. It was what he wanted to do. Something that he definitely says is that, you know, in life, all he wanted to win, and then he corrects himself and he said, actually, all I want to do is not lose. And I think being a brand manager and being like in this industry, you don't want to lose.
Right.
At least let's not lose. Number two, number three, that's great, because there's always an opportunity for learning. So I think from that, he's always on a constant journey for learning, making lists, trying to do something better, making a better shoe, making a better running tights, making a better tracksuit. And I think when you're in our industry and that's all you want to do, every time you want to one-up yourself, you want to do something better. So truly, definitely resonated with his journey. It's honest, it's very, very open, and it's matter of fact because he speaks from his perspective. Right. So yeah. Beautiful, beautiful read.
Sure, we're going to get into all of that. There's so many juices that you gave us there. We will get into all of that just now. But Zinhle, what you are reading, Eat, Pray, Love, an all-time favorite for many people. And it's one on self-discovery, a journey to self. Is that what resonated with you? Would you say that's where perhaps you are in your life?
Firstly, I'm always interested in books that have, you know, a motion picture that has already been made. So I like reading the book first before watching the movie. So that's the first thing that attracted me to it. And once I got into it, I realized that, yes, this woman is talking about, you know, a relationship that she went through and a journey to self-discovery. But my interpretation was, it's not just about how you go through a breakup of a relationship, it's about anything that you consider a hardship in your life that you want to get through, whether it's not getting that promotion, whether, in my case, not winning that pageant that I was so sure was going to make it. And it really resonated with me. I was like, wow, this is a book that I can really relate to, and it's speaking to me in a way that I didn't anticipate that it would, because I thought it would be just another person just explaining their heartbreaks, and now we have to, you know, read about their heartbreaks and, okay, so what did you do to get over it? But it's really something entirely different.
What did you find, Kgomotso? You spoke a little bit earlier on about him saying that, you know, it started off as a crazy idea, but in 2018, this crazy idea is still an amazing idea. Sometimes books can be revelations, like Zinhle has alluded to. What kind of gems did you find that just stuck out for you in this book?
I think the key gems was that, you know, Phil Knight was always on a quest to learn and to be better. I think a key thing that came out is when he was launching Nike apparel. And he definitely thought, you know, if I'm going to launch apparel, I need to make sure that everybody in my team looks good all the time. So he instituted a strict dress code at work, and that culture just didn't resonate with his people. People were unhappy, some people rebelled against the thing, people got fined, and he realized that that's not the type of company that Nike is. So even when you're like trying to do something new and you're trying to stick towards the status quo, because his brand is not something that's mainstream, something that's innovative, that changed the game, his people will like that too. And I think what's lovely about his story is that Nike is as the product is representative of how the company operates as well. And I think, you know, in life and in work, those are things that you also have to be very ready to be agile with. You always have to be ready to move, to think fast, to course correct at any point, as long as you're consistent in what your culture is and what your vibe is amongst your team. I think there's always room for success.
In life, you have to always be ready to move, Zinhle, and one person who made the move is the main character in that book. When things happen in our lives, sometimes you just want to up and leave, and she had the opportunity to, but we don't often always have the opportunity to up and leave. How do you maybe just talk to somebody who's been through similar circumstances, not exactly, but who's faced challenges in their lives and they're thinking, I just want to get out of here?
I think that, you know, that's the easiest way to move on from something, is to run away. I think if we're experiencing a hard situation, the first thing that we want to do as human beings is run. But I feel that in this book, she had the opportunity to run, but that's not what it's about. Not necessarily run, but travel to rediscover herself. Because I've said, when you get disappointed in your life, you feel like you have to change yourself. So, and through hardships, that's when we learn the most. I think that's what she's trying to say in this book. Yes, get depressed. Yes, get sad. Yes, get all those feelings that you are feeling. Go through them. But at the end of the day, get through them. Make the necessary changes within you. Learn from that mistake. You don't have to change and move cities to do that. It could be a change of jobs. Could be a different position. You didn't get the position that you want, because maybe then you would have stayed in that position and then not move from that position and not grow, because you feel you know the job already. So when you know the job, you think nobody can tell you. But if then you don't get it and then that door is closed and you move into a different direction, you might be surprised what you find. And that's what this book is saying.
It always goes back to self, right?
Yes.
So the journey to self and finding your true north. In wrapping up the conversation, perhaps with Shoe Dog, would you say it's a read for a particular kind of person, or what, in terms of the person who's going to pick up the book, who should pick this book up? Anyone? You're in brand management, or you looking to start a small business, or just for inspiration?
I think it's such an inspirational story. So I think anyone who's interested in being inspired to take the next step, whatever that step may be, people who are looking to inspire their teams at work, I think that this is a great read. It's a very easy read as well. So you can finish this book. I'm sure you can finish it in about 2 weeks. It's such an easy read.
You were just gobbling it up. You're like,
get consumed by his story, by his voice. And I think, you know, anyone who's willing to take that next step, this is something that will inspire you to, you know, take that crazy idea and run with it. And who knows, it could be a really great success.
Thank you so much, ladies. It feels like I just had a warm cup of soup.